Good morning. Today is January 20th, 5:19 in the morning. Oh wait, you can't see me. Can't see me. Hey, good morning. It is January 20th, 5:20 in the morning, and we are in the beautiful city of Dalat. So we took a flight up yesterday. We're gonna lose our tickets, essentially. And so we decided to last minute just jump on the plane and just come up. And first thing first, here is the very famous Ho Sung Hung, or the Sung Hung Lake. And behind us, if you can see, I don't know if you can see that all the way back there, but there is a statue in the picture over here, all the way back. Anyway, that's the famous Dalat market, night market. It's not open. Well, it is open, but people are just selling things out and about right now. And it is freezing cold, absolutely freezing cold. So let me cross the street. I'll make an extended version today because, well, more for you, Mom. You've never been here, so I'll give you a first-hand experience of what it looks like early in the morning. We are in more of the crowded area of the city, so as we move on down here, we'll be able to see less people. And already just crossing the street, I can notice there's a lot less sound over here, a lot less noise. This city is cold right now. I looked at the weather report just a second ago, and it is 53 degrees right now, 5'3". And it's funny, I walked down the steps of the house, and Hung's brother-in-law, he has a little cafe that he's just started, maybe about a month right now. He runs this little cafe. He's got a nice machine, nice espresso machine, and anyway, he's awake at 4 nowadays. So note to self, if I want to start waking up early and I can't get enough self-motivation to do it, then open a cafe. That'll force you to open early. Anyway, I'm walking out and he's like, "You're going to exercise, eh?" And I'm like, "Yep." He's like, "It's cold out, you know." I was like, "Yep." He's like, "You gonna chance it?" I'm like, "I gotta do it at least once." So it is bone-chilling freezing, especially with the windbreakers that I have on right now. Yeah, it's not the coolest. I mean, it's not the warmest set of clothes that I'm wearing at the moment. So yeah, we got in about close to noontime yesterday. This is the very first time that we actually flew up to Dalat. Normally we'd take one of those sleeper buses up here. In the recent years, we found a sleeper bus that has individual rooms. So they're just long, elongated rooms. Instead of having 30 beds in it, they'll have about 18 beds in it, something like that. Price is more expensive, but you get a little more privacy. You're not crammed, packed into a small cabin with other people. You get your own little pod. But this time we were going with some friends. We had planned with some friends, and they had said they want to take the plane. So we obliged. We said, okay, sure, let's take a plane this week, this trip up here. I want to point out something really quickly. Right behind me, you've been seeing me walking by it, but let's see if I increase the brightness over here. This whole field over here, basically every time I come up here, they always change the color of the flowers. So they'll plant new flowers every time. And so this week, or this trip, it's red. Sometimes we come up here, it's been pink, it's been blue, it's been multicolored. And so that's kind of the one thing that I do like seeing when I come up here, is this little patch of field right here. what color the flower is going to be this trip. Oh geez, that scared me. No. We're on the plane yesterday, and it wasn't the smoothest of trips. Let's see, what's this truck doing? It wasn't the smoothest of trips. Had a lot of children in the cabin, and a lot of the children were crying. And I felt like crying too. And not because of the children. Yesterday was one of the bumpiest plane rides that I've been on in a long time. Granted, I don't go on plane rides very long, but you know, yeah, there's a lot of turbulence, and you know, it felt that like a roller coaster. Sometimes you hit these pockets, like it feels like just a free fall down, and it is like your stomach just kind of drops out of you. And yeah, so every time the plane will do that, or it'll rock really hard, then all the children in the plane cry. Like, it's funny, they cry in synchronicity. So the plane drops, boom, and all you hear, ah! Thankfully, none of the adults that I could hear were screaming like that too. But I think the difference there was that I thought about it, and I'm just like, I'm pretty sure our plane's not gonna crash. First of all, is because I trust the pilot that he's gonna do everything that he can in his power not to die. And why do I trust that? Because the pilot is on the same ship as I am, same plane as I am. So I can be 100% sure, even if he wasn't the most benevolent pilot ever, he wants to save his own skin. If it comes down to that, he is on the same plane as I am. So he's going to do everything in his power to save himself. And that's as pessimistic as you can look at it. But it is a universal truth that, hey, we are where we are, and we got to trust this guy. Trust that this guy doesn't want to die himself. Now, if you got a kamikaze pilot, that's a different story. But me knowing that, and me being able to process that information, as bumpy as it got, it's easier to calm your nerves versus just being reactive like those children on the plane, or just going on feeling. Just from one second to another, they feel safe. The next second, the world's dropping off from under them, and they feel safe. And it's just like this roller coaster that they're living on. And at the same time, I was listening to those kids, and I'm like, oh, poor things, because I understand what's happening, but I also can look at it from the other side, the other point of view as well, that we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. I haven't heard of any flights from Ho Chi Minh City to Dalat that have ever crashed that I've heard of on the news. Then again, I don't pay attention to that news very often. Oh, it's getting a little warmer. Or maybe my body's getting warmer. I don't know. But it's feeling a little better. Yeah, so that was one of those moments yesterday that I could understand those children who are just going through life based on emotion and without any understanding. And sometimes I feel like that too, you know? And that's habit number 1 in 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He talks about being proactive rather than reactive, and deciding how you're gonna feel is the way you're gonna feel. Not being able to let anybody have any control over you. Not letting anybody dictate how you're gonna feel. If you're feeling stressed, you learn to 100% accept that fact that you have chosen to be stressed. And that's a choice. And so as I see those little babies crying, yeah, it's a nice reflection point for me that at times I'm just like them. And I struggle with that too. Just trying not to be so reactive to what's around me, but rather try to be proactive on the ways that I feel. And it ain't easy. It ain't easy, for sure. This is a big printery that's open early in the morning over here. All right. We're nearing the corner, almost heading home. I want to show you one more thing that is brand new to Dalat, and it hasn't been here since, well, in the last 2 years since COVID started. We haven't been here yet, and that is stoplight. There's a stoplight here in the city now. There's actually about 18 stoplights that they've installed here in Ho Chi Minh City. Sorry, in Dalat City. And who made us aware of that was the guy who picked us up from the airport. And he's across the street over here. And yes, they do follow the traffic lights here. I think it's one of those novel things, maybe, that everybody stops at the traffic lights. This guy's coming quick. Okay, I'm out of your way, buddy. But yeah, traffic light up there. Where is it? Yeah, right there. Another traffic light right here. Another traffic light right there. I can't point it out. Right there. A bunch of them. Only at the major big intersections though. And you know, why the need for a traffic light? Well, before in the middle over here, in the middle of this big giant intersection over here, there used to be a roundabout. And so the way that people navigated the traffic here was just following the laws of the roundabout. But it became so crowded that I'm sure that they felt installing a traffic light now here in Dalat would be more beneficial, because traffic lights, if obeyed, will lead to less traffic congestion. Yeah. So there goes that statistic of Dalat they once had. Is Dalat is one of the major big cities in Ho Chi Minh, in Vietnam, that doesn't have a stoplight. Now they do. Now they do. Times change, people change, growth happens, and now they feel that they need a stoplight to control traffic. What's my stoplight? What's your stoplight? We're almost back home. I don't know. You guys can think about that. I'm gonna take you on. This is the street that we live on. Turning over here. And actually, I'm not that cold anymore. Why am I not that cold? One of these 5-second moments I'm having right now. Here's our street name. I don't know if you can see it back there. Hai Ba Chung. Hai Ba Chung. Hai Ba Chung. Yep, that's the name of the street. And we're about 3 minutes out from our house. 5-second moment. Yeah. Not feeling hot I'm not feeling cold anymore. Body's really warmed up. Is it internally? Kind of reminds me of that Brother Cawthon talk, how there are so many animals that can live down in the Mariana Trench, and the reason they're able to live there is because their bodies are built to withstand the pressure, and their bodies have internal pressure that can push out strong enough to counteract the external pressure that's pushing in on them. and kind of feeling the same thing right now. Shout out to Moses. Moses loves this pizza joint. I love this pizza joint. It's really good, and it's really close to our house. It's called Banana Pizza. And so I'm feeling not as cold anymore because the heat inside of me is pushing back out. Unless the temperature has risen. I doubt that. I really doubt that. But I'm feeling warmer inside. I have a little sweat, maybe a little bit of sweat, not very much. It reminds me of mom. It reminds me of, what is that? It reminds me of Ice Palace. Remember Ice Palace? Ice Palace was a skating rink in Hawaii. Yes, we had ice skating in Hawaii. That we'd go and learn how to ice skate. Anyway, when you'd be in there learning how to skate, you're going in circles over and over and over and over, and you're really working up a sweat. And I remember somebody making a comment to me, because maybe I'm just the type of person that sweats easily, but someone made a comment to me, why are you sweating? It's so cold in here. And I'm like, because it's hot. The touch of my skin is cold. Internally, I'm hot. And so this feeling right now reminds me of that. Feeling like my body's nice and warm, but outside it's still pretty chilly. It's not a bad feeling. It's not a bad feeling. We are almost home. About 30 more seconds. I'm gonna show you the cafe of our brother-in-law. My brother-in-law's cafe. Here we are, coming home. So the name of the cafe is Ken Cafe. Ken Cafe. Good coffee. And here's the inside. Here's my brother-in-law there. Hello. Yep. So anyways, this is his new cafe. Let's have a look in here. Wow, it's nice and pretty. He's got plants, he's got lights, he's got... Let's walk inside. Hello, outside.
Hello.
Hi, Julie. All right. Anyway, this is where we're staying. So, by the way, the name Ken is the name of my nephew, which he's probably sleeping right now. That I might do some sleeping as well. That is the end of this long video. Thank you very much for taking a walk with me through Dalat Market, Sunghung Lake, and walking our way back home to see the garden of different colored flowers, visiting by Banana Pizza, and maybe one day you guys can come up here and come say hello with me together to our family. Thank you guys very much for watching today. Everybody take care, and I will see you guys on the next one. Aloha.